Welcome back, everyone, to Sanity Lost Podcast, a show where we have clowns. Woo! I am your keeper, Itisdpayne, and well, first off, Merry Christmas to you weirdos. Anyway, you know what? This is going to be really interesting when we actually get to December and do our recording, because then it's going to be like, oh, Valentine's Day. I don't know where we're going to be at that point.
Happy 4th of July!
Yeah. We won't be that far. If we recorded as much as I was hoping, and not hoping, that made it sound like I thought we were going to do that. If we would hit my unrealistic dream scenario of the recording that I thought that would be cool to get, we would only reach May until we had to do stuff again. But, hey, it is what it is. But as we introduced ourselves and everything, we were kind of talking about creepy movies beforehand, and so let's open it up a little bit. What Christmas horror movie can you guys, like a Christmas themed horror movie, like you guys can think of or pops up in your head? I'll give you guys a little bit of time. I have two that come to my mind right away, but as we introduce ourselves, once again, I don't know, maybe once we finish chapter 1 we won't feel like we have to introduce ourselves every episode, but we'll worry about that later. I'm Itisdpayne. I am the keeper, and this is a homebrewed campaign, and the first one I'm thinking of, mainly because it cracks me up so much, is Krampus, or Krampus. Yep. I think it came out like a couple of years ago. Oh man, CGI killer gingerbread man, like
yes, the best.
As silly as they looked, I did think the costumes for the elves that they put in there were really cool. And it should have gotten way more, not love, but man, that is a cool story that I wish, a cool legend that I hope they could do more with. But how about you, John? You like those horror movies?
Yeah, I like horror movies, although horror Christmas movies are not probably one of my strong suites. You already took the one that I was thinking of. I know of Black Christmas. I've never actually seen it, but I know that is one. Yeah, unfortunately, I really don't have a good answer. Not for me.
Alright. Well, I wasn't sure if which one I wanted to go with, but yeah, I went with a newer one, thinking if there was other ones that we could have. But
pick me.
Hey, Nite. What do you got?
Hi, everybody. I'm Elizabeth. I play Cora Richmond. Okay, so I did Google some, but mainly because I had watched this and I couldn't remember the name of it. Johnny, I think we watched this together, A Christmas Horror Story, which is very similar to Krampus, actually. Do you remember watching that
familiar.
one?
What was that one about?
So it's similar to like the family gets involved in Christmas, but in this one, Santa is a hook-wielding Krampus killer who comes and attacks and defeats Krampus. But fun fact, apparently Gremlins is considered a
that was
Christmas
my other one.
horror story. Yeah. So sorry, Nite, if I took yours from
Dang it.
Google search. I didn't know that Gremlins was. That's Nite's.
I've never
Nite's is
actually
Gremlins.
seen Gremlins. So.
Hey, Nite, do you have another one that you can think of real quick?
Hi, I'm Nite. I play Caleb Winters. So I didn't have any Christmas horror movies that popped in my head initially, so obviously the Google search comes out, and Gremlins was what I was looking at. It's like, oh yeah, that is Christmas, so, you know. But I suppose Nightmare Before Christmas fits in there in that category. I don't know how scary I would call Nightmare Before Christmas, but it's definitely a good movie. There's surprisingly a interesting variety of different types of Christmas horror out there, apparently. not a category I really would have
Yep.
paid attention to.
It is normally very bad and always comes out the first week of December. All right, so I just want everyone to know, you guys all said the wrong answer. If you guys want to look in the Discord, this is the right answer.
Is it,
Alrighty then. It is.
Jaws.
It is an answer.
Oh my. Oh
Santa Jaws.
my. Is this
So-
on the same level as
Sharknado?
Sharknado?
Probably.
No, Sharknado is trash. This one looks cool.
Okay.
With a 3.9 out of 10 on IMDb.
I'm pretty sure Sharknado has better.
I was-
Santa Jaws. Oh, go ahead.
I kind of envisioned this making Sharknado look good. It's just the name and everything. That's what that feels like to me.
Oh my gosh. Is anyone watching the trailer?
I
Some
was
guy
watching it
just
while you guys
got
were
his
talking.
Head bit off by Santa Jaws.
Hey, so yes, Santa Jaws is the quick description of it is trying to survive a family Christmas. Cody makes a wish to be alone, which ends up backfiring when a shark manifests and kills his entire family. This shark is wearing a Santa hat and has lights on its butt. So, but
Okay, everyone needs to go and watch the trailer, please.
real quick, there is a quote from someone named Cody. I don't know who this is, but I think this is probably one of the best quotes I've seen in a while, which is, "Ho, ho, ho, you son of a fish."
That's what he says at the end of the trailer.
Oh, is it? I didn't actually I can't listen to the trailer because my sound is being shared.
Oh,
So-
yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, as it, like, fades to black, he's like, ho, 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 son of a fishes.
I'm trying to
Ooh,
convince
that was quite a trailer.
trying to
Alrighty
convince
then.
Hop to switch out one of our other Christmas movies we gotta watch for this one.
Is
You know,
it
you
like
can-
30 minutes long? Because that's about all of the plot it looked like it had.
Oh, there was a plot?
It
mean-
has a runtime of an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh my gosh. That's a
It's-
long time.
Just the trailer looked to me like, let's see how many ways we can get people eaten.
Yeah. Or impaled.
You make it sound like a bad thing.
Well, it is for them.
Uh-huh.
I'm like looking at the pictures and this the shark has a narwhal horn.
Yeah, and someone gets impaled on it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a candy cane.
Uh-huh. I know.
These-
Everyone, go and watch it. Go and watch the trailer. Your life will be better because of it.
These pictures are like really weird because like I don't know what is happening, but like as I'm like clicking through it, like it's like all these weird like kind of like Christmas pictures set, and then it's just like a middle of the store and there's just like a woman in her underwear. And I'm like, what? Like, it's obviously a scene because there's this kid in his Christmas sweater, and then this other dude, like, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know why this was there. I guess I have to watch the movie
You
to
have
find
watch
out.
it. Yep.
Anyway, we're not here for that. Who knows? Maybe,
Give us our promo money
Yeah.
now.
maybe if we ever make a season 2, we'll have sharks. But we'll worry about that.
Are they going to be tentacle shark?
You hope there's
Cool.
not a season 2? Wow.
Oh,
Right.
I hope. Yes.
You know what it's really going to be? It's going to be shark clowns.
Ugh.
Well, ain't that a lovely way to come back in? I have other clown music, but I gotta save that for later. So, yes, we are back into it. Pretty much, we're just gonna jump into it because all that happened was nerd stuff last episode. That's not true. There was research. They found out some things, yeah. But we're gonna jump right into Caleb. Caleb, you exit with your father and Buck Kelly to a scene of 3 clowns, it looks like. At least they're dressed like clowns. They don't have face paint on or anything, but there is pretty much a like wiry, bouncy man that like, I don't know, he seems to like resemble a human, not literally, but like a human like Slinky, like as he's just like kind of just bouncing around, just like, maybe not a Slinky, but more like one of those inflatable floppy arm mans with a little less flop, but more just like, ooh, like he can't sit still, like a crop of like just wild blonde hair and wild eyes, and just kind of just like and just kind of laughing there. There's another person, which is like he's like built like a boulder, like or like just muscles upon muscles, as like it's like, and his bald head, and he's just got like kind of like, just, he doesn't talk, but he's just got like this more just grumbles. He just like, and just and then in between them is a man that seems to have legs that are disproportionate to the rest of his body. It's like, I don't know, he seems to have like a small torso, but his legs are long. His like, and his arms are just long, and like that just doesn't seem natural looking at him. And they're all wearing bright clothing, and just kind of standing there. And the one with the abnormally long arms and legs, and he has kind of just short, not short, but like kind of long, not trying to think of the right word, because I'm like, well, it's not super long hair. It's like, it's kind of loose hanging dark hair that's just doesn't really meet. It kind of just comes down to his jawline a little bit, which I guess would be tall for a man at this time period. But anyway, he's just like, oh, well, what do we got here? What do we have here? And he's just looking around. He's just like, ooh, a cave of secrets. Oh. And Buck Kelly, he walks in and he's like, what do you guys want here? This, unless you're gonna wear proper safety materials, you guys have to leave. And just, he's like, oh, no, we're just taking in the sights. Oh, yep. Isn't that right, Bobo? And like the man who is pretty much a human floppy man is just like, oh, yeah. And just like kind of, he bounces while he walks, and he's just like, comes over and is looking at Caleb. He's like looking at your truck, just like, oh.
This is not the play. This is not public property. This is not on the sightseeing tour.
Who are you saying that to?
To the clowns.
Well, like with just in general.
Yeah.
To none.
Just like to them.
Mm-hmm. And so, and like the one that was mainly speaking, he's like, but he's like, oh, now I forgot his voice. That didn't take long. He's like, a Coco, can you believe that what this man's saying to us? And the boulder of a man's just like, oh, yes, you don't know me, you don't understand. And he's like, oh, yes. And so they're just like kind of looking around, and as like, I don't know, it feels like you can, as like Coco, who's the boulder of a man, is like, as he's walking, like, I don't know, it feels like you can feel the ground shake. And he's just kind of walking, looking around. He's just like, oh, he's like, well, sir, we're not here to cause any trouble. No, we're just looking. I don't remember what my voice was, even though I said it. I'm the man, as they say in the circus, the man of 100 voices. What kind of voice would you like to hear there, Ginger?
Why are you looking here? What are you expecting to find here?
That's not a voice. Hold on, maybe let me. Yeah, why are you looking here? That's what you sound like to me. Yes, why are you looking here? Well, we don't have to do whatever we want. And at this point, Coco is he's getting closer to like not sensitive, but like kind of like your stockpiles of stuff. Like he's lifting up a tarp, and your dad is like, he comes over, like, hey, get away from there. You guys shouldn't be messing around with this. And yeah, the Coco just like looks down, and just you don't need what you know what about. I'm going to jump on then.
I'm just gonna like say, hey Buck, I'm gonna go call the sheriff, get some of the guys up here to help keep an eye on these guys until the sheriff can get here.
Yeah, you go do that. Yeah, you go do that.
I'd imagine there's like Buck calls out to bring some of the other miners up to kind of surround these clowns and shuffle them off a little bit so that they're not quite so into such dangerous spot, maybe, as I go call the sheriff.
Sorry. And as you begin to appear, like as you begin to like go, we go there. Like Bobo was just like, no, we were just looking. Don't worry about us. And as he's just like kind of looking, what kind of truck is it? You said it was a truck you drove up, right? Like your spare one?
Well, this the truck that I had just fixed for Buck, the big truck.
Yeah.
But it's a big truck for moving stuff around the mines, around the mining areas, and so I mean, I imagine it's not like a small little pickup truck or anything. It's going to be one of the bigger truck that can haul a bunch of stuff.
And so like he begins climbing. Like it looks like he's getting ready to like climb up. And he's like, well, I just want to say, yo, and like and Coco is just still like looking down at your dad. Is like, oh, you know, jump in. Yeah, I'm gonna go in there and just do what I want. You know, I just go see what's there. And your dad's just like, I don't understand what you're saying, sir. Please just step away. And then the man in the middle who hasn't introduced himself, he's like, well, yes, this is all fine and dandy, but we want to see what's in the ground hole. And
I mean, I'm committed to getting the sheriff out here because them being there in the first place is like not cool to Caleb, but I don't feel like he really has the authority to like do anything specifically. So he wants to get the sheriff out there to deal with these guys, and just
yeah, and you know, oh sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's so he's like, I'm heading to the phone, and I imagine there's like this shack or something close to.
Yeah, I was just about to say there's like a small shack that has a line wired back in there. And so let's see. Alright, yeah, so you're gonna make yourself over to the phone, and you're calling there, and just like, yeah, hello, sheriff's office.
Yeah, sheriff, there's like three guys.
I'm not the sheriff. This is the receptionist.
Well,
I'm also very clear about that. But yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
What's up?
Sorry. I need to get the sheriff out to this mine. We got weird clown guys out here that are like trespassing on our property, and they look like they're going to be causing some trouble if we don't get the sheriff out here.
Sorry, someone set off fireworks right outside. I wasn't expecting it. And she's like, "Oh, okay, yeah, we'll send a dispatch out to you. And can you roll me a spot hidden?"
Spot hidden. That is a 36 over 34, and I'm going to use let's see, I just need to hit the
4
number,
points of
right?
luck. Yep.
So that'd be 2 points of luck
Okay.
to make that a 34.
Yeah, and I don't think you marked that, by the way. So,
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
yep. It's all good. Yeah, so, like, you look behind you, and, like, you just see, like, the man, like, he walks weird. Like his legs move before his torso. Like, it's just like his arms and legs, like, kind of move, and then his torso looks like it's being drugged behind him as he moves, and he's just kind of, it looks like he's kind of just getting into the cave. There you can see, like, or at least the mine. It's not a cave. Well, I guess it's technically a cave. And you kind of see some of the, like, other workers there trying to, like, push him back, and there's like, no. And there's like, no. And then you see Buck kind of reach into his jacket, pulls out a gun, and fires it into the air. And like, it is loud, and everyone stops. And like, you just hear on the phone, just like, sir, are you okay? You okay?
Yeah, that's. We need to get the sheriff out here right away.
They'll be there. And he's like, yeah, they'll be there in about like 15, 20 minutes, mainly because we don't have the machinery to get up there, but they're getting there as soon as they can.
Yeah, that's just Buck firing a warning shot, but these guys, they're definitely trying to get into stuff they're not supposed to. We don't want them to get hurt, but that's also, we don't want them ending up hurting somebody else at the mines either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then, like, as you're, well, are you still looking at them, or like just watching? Like, what are you doing? Are you?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm assuming it's like a wooden shack with, like, or it's probably a wooden post with like a phone on it, and so yeah, nothing would be obstructing your view from seeing that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna be watching as much as I can, watching what they're doing while I'm on the phone.
Yeah, and so, yeah, you just see like the leader of the clown just like be like, and I don't know, maybe they're speaking a little bit quieter, so you can't fully hear what they're saying, but you can tell by body language. It's just like he's putting his arms up, like in a, like, showing peace, and they're just like, he like points, like, kind of calls to his two like clown partners, and they just kind of head out. They like go away, and it's like before they leave, Boba looks at you and just like, with a goofy smile, is just like, "Whoa, bye," and just like waves at you as he bounces away.
Well, I guess since they're leaving and I'm still on the phone with the sheriff's office, it's like, well, I guess it looks like Buck's warning shot might have been successful, but they're still, so they're leaving, but we need to find out more about what they're trying to do up here, so they don't get themselves and somebody else hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, if you don't mind just staying on the line, they'll be there soon, and yeah, or at least have somebody stay on the line, and yeah, we'll be there. Yeah, we'll be there within a couple minutes just to make sure everyone's okay.
Yep, that sounds good. I'll hand the phone to somebody else that's like working the area. Just like let them know that it's a sheriff's office, and that way I can go back to the group and see what we need to do.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that, and you head back over, and I feel like we need a different song, but I'm kind of worried about clicking random songs right now. It's like, what's this one? That's not what I want. Exactly. This is why I didn't want to click. Let's see. We'll do this one. Just a little break, and we'll see how that sounds in a couple minutes. This seems like it's gonna get really loud in about a minute. But this kind of works. So Cora and Percy, you guys are walking back to your place, back to the general store, whose name I forgot what it was called, and
the Richmond's General Store.
Yeah, the Richmond's General Store. You walk back in there, and it's like right as you get to the door, you hear the gunfire.
What was that?
Sounded like somebody shot something.
It's muffled, by the way. Like it doesn't sound close. Like so, it does. Right. But like, it echoes over.
Right. Yeah, Percy would recognize like the gun shot. But yeah, make notes that it didn't sound like it was close. It was pretty far.
Cora kind of rushes inside with Timmy without saying anything to Percy, and goes right up to the, I'm assuming, friend or woman who runs the store, takes the morning shift. Hey.
Nondescript worker.
Yeah, can name her. Maybe her name is Jill.
Sally.
Jill. Name could be Jill.
Last name Ghost. 3 things, 3 episodes that nobody will understand. Anyway, yeah, sorry.
Episode, inside jokes. Jill, hey, listen, I'm sorry that I'm late. There's something going on. Can you watch Timmy and take over the afternoon shift? I need to run over to Sheriff Hudson's.
Yeah, like, how long are you gonna be? Like, the whole afternoon?
Maybe? I mean, if you need to go, you can take Timmy over to my in-laws and just close the store early. You don't have to stay open the whole day.
I can watch Timmy, I guess. Honestly, like, have you just got to run over to the sheriff? I don't know if you don't mind coming back, like, and just letting me know, and then that way we can just shut it down and all that.
Okay,
or if we want, I guess this is just me not fully understanding. You own and run this general store? Mm-hmm. Okay, so
she would be like my worker.
Okay, employee. So I would assume you would have a few people. I'm gonna roll a 1d4.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe you were just on the schedule, because, like, I don't know, and feel free to correct me. Cora doesn't seem like the person, like, yeah, she'll come in and help out and work and all that, but she doesn't want to, like, I don't know, she wants to, like, she's not going to be like, okay, I'm going to stand in the background while everyone else works. Like,
yeah, probably not.
So, like,
if she was there to work, she wouldn't have anyone else there.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm going to roll a 1d4, and that's going to determine how many other employees you have. Alright, you have 2 others, so you have 3 people.
Successful business going on over here.
Yeah, so, like, maybe they're, like, still, like high schooler, like, kind of still young workers that are just, like, that, like, when they have free time, like, if they're not overwhelmed by school or something. So maybe that's
over.
So,
I mean, if you need to go, you could call either Dylan, or maybe Jamie can come. There's something going on. I just heard a gunshot outside, and it's fine. You'll be safe. I mean, I think we're safe, but I just need to check in with the sheriff.
Mm-hmm. And so, like, her eyes go wide. She's like, yeah. And I don't know. I guess this is just me, and feel free to retcon
Yeah.
or this. I imagine, what was the name of this worker? I missed it. Jill. Maybe because she normally works openings, and because maybe she's a little bit older than the other two workers, so that way they can do their school stuff. And she's like, yeah, I can call them. I can stay for at least another hour or two. But I do need to get home, and it's my turn to prep, like do dinner. So
Of course.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give one of them a call and see if they're available, and if not, yeah, I guess just if you're not back, I guess like in 2 hours or so, and they can't come, I'll just close
the store.
like as you said. Mm-hmm.
Close the store. Take Timmy to my in-laws and close the store.
Okay.
Okay, thanks. And she runs out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
And
go,
so-
Percy.
Percy says to Cora, aren't you making kind of a big deal about this? I mean, it's probably somebody just shooting a varmint, or somebody's out hunting. I mean, people shoot guns around here all the time.
Are you following me? Because she's walking very quickly.
There's one thing before you left. While you were doing that,
Yeah.
Percy, roll a listen check. This is just mainly to see if you can determine kind of where the sound was
Where it
located.
came from?
Yeah.
I rolled a... Uh, 10 under 20.
120. Okay. Yeah. So you know that's coming from the north side of town, which it's also that there's mines up there because you have gone and looked through those areas
Right.
as well. But you also know that kind of judging like from what's up there, you know that there's mines, and also it is also the same direction that the circus was being set up.
Okay. I think I would still go with the same, like, just because we heard a gunshot doesn't necessarily mean anything. It's not like, we're out in the middle of the country, people shoot guns all the time for various reasons. So I think I'm gonna stay with that narrative. So yeah, so I'm just kind of like standing there as you like walk away, just kind of like calling out after you.
Cora just continues walking and says, Percy, everything's weird right now. I don't care. First of all, gunshots don't happen all the time. Maybe where you live, but not around here. And we can't not take anything seriously right now. Let's go.
Right. And also at that time, you see a cop car, full sirens, like kind of peeling out, just going to the direction of that.
So
gunshot.
Cora stops and turns around. So you still gonna tell me nothing's going on?
Percy lets out this really deep, overburdened sigh. It's like, fine, let's go.
So yeah, I think we're gonna head to the sheriff's office.
All right. Yep. So you get in there, and it seems like a little bit more activity than normal, it's the receptionist is just like, okay, you're back.
Yeah, is Sheriff Hudson around?
I don't think so. I think she said she had a meeting with one of the other. She's meeting one of the other sheriffs from a neighboring town.
That's right, she did tell us that she was gonna do that.
Percy kind of jumps in and says, do you know where it's at?
It's I was trying to think. She didn't really tell me. I know she drove out kind of north. Not north. That's wrong. She took 61 kind of out east. Now I got my directions all mixed up. Out west. Kind of towards great. Now I think it's Mount Holly. Is that what? I think that's right next to it.
Percy Percy kind of looks at Cora. That's the opposite way.
That police car and the sound that we heard, was that a gunshot from the mines?
She's going to Mount Carmel. Mount Holly is in New Jersey. So Mount Carmel is pretty...
Where Sheriff Hudson is.
Well, where she's heading, yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking it up right now just to give you guys an idea of how far away it is.
It's about that far away.
Yeah, it is like less than a 5-minute drive to get there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's only 4 miles down there. So
Okay, so it's not far.
yeah, which is why she drove. Thank you, Google.
Is
Sorry, what was
everything
your
okay
question?
at the mine?
It seems like there was some ruckus, some clowns or something. I don't know. It was look, we have a unit going up there, and yeah, I honestly don't know what you guys could do to help, but I think we have it handled here. It's just I think what's his name? I forget. Did you even say your name, Caleb, to them?
Probably not. I probably was like, I don't think I did. I think I just said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I'm up at the mine
Yeah.
at this particular mine," and
Yeah. So she's like, yeah, one of the workers up there called it in, and yeah, we sent up a unit. So
Percy kind of looks over at Cora with like a raised eyebrow and just says, "Clowns."
Thanks. When Sheriff Hudson gets back, can you let her know that I have some information for her from our conversation earlier if she wants to stop by the store? That'd be helpful.
yeah. So
Okay, and then Cora, goes to leave and head back to the store, but we'll, I guess once we get outside, continue the conversation with Percy.
well, while you guys leave and go back, I'm gonna actually jump over to Caleb.
Yeah.
Because, so Caleb, it's been about, I don't know, 17 minutes now, and you see pretty much, two cops kind of walking up at this point, and, the clowns have left, and you're kind of all together, and the cops are just like, yeah, is everything okay up here?
well, yeah, it seems like it is now. Buck shot into the air to kind of give them a warning shot, and that seems to have gotten their attention, and they left. But they're kind of poking around, and it definitely did not like what they're kind of the feel they're giving off. And one of them was trying to push into a new mine section that we just opened up or just found, and it seems like they might end up causing a bunch of harm if we don't find out what's going on with that.
Okay, let's go talk with Buck. And they head over, and Buck looks at, and he just like, all right, good job, Winters. And they kind of do quick, just back and forth, and he's just like, okay, so this is what I know. Pretty much, they were messing around and everything, and then their leader, Toto, that was his name. He seemed insistent on going inside the mine. I don't know why, and they started pushing forward, and I didn't want my men getting hurt, and honestly, I wasn't about to have people go into a place that we're not 100% structurally sound for, so that's why I fired my gun up in the air. Wasn't fired at anybody, we didn't hurt anyone, it was just more to scare and send them away, and I think between that and probably hearing your sirens, they decided to back off. cop's like, okay. And kind of looks to all of you guys and just like, does anyone have an idea why they would want to come up here? I don't know. It's just, Winters, did you hear anything from the men?
No, I mean, the only thing I saw was, the only thing we got is the new section that we just opened, but they couldn't have possibly even known about that before, so...
And one thing I just want to say, Nite, if there's like a check, and like for all the players, I realize I keep meaning to tell you guys this, but if there's a check you guys want to roll to like see if you can get information like from pulling from memory or just if you heard something, feel free to like just say that and just like I want to roll this stat to see if I can put stuff together. And so you don't have to wait for me to keep telling you to do this stat or this stat. So just definitely feel free if there's a stat that you think that you can either recall or maybe get some information or that would help you out, feel free to call it out. So
yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know why they'd be there, but I don't know. I guess we probably want to make sure we do something to try and lock off the access to the mine when we're not here.
Yeah, that's gonna take a little while. Winters, you think you can? Trying to remember his name. Old Pat. Do you think you can contact Old Pat? Maybe between the two of you guys, you can come up with some sort of barricade.
Yeah, maybe we can wedge something into the stone and rig up a gate of some kind. It's weird that we even have to lock this stuff up. Most people have more sense than to go in a mine.
Yeah,
at least untrained. I mean,
I don't know. Yeah, so I'll leave that up to you. Whatever you were gonna be working on. Let's see. And what do you think your dad's name is? Did we ever say that?
Don't remember if we have or not.
Carl. No, it doesn't have to be Carl. Side note, Carl's what I want to name my next D&D character. Anyway, or just my next sword and sorcery character I gotta play. Yeah, he says a name that sounds foreign to you because you normally digest that human as dad. And he's like, do you think you can look over the stuff? I'll call one of the other mechanics here, and your dad's just like, yeah, I can do that. And just to make sure the stuff, maybe we can pull the stuff in after the barricade's made up. And yeah, so they all kind of come to agreement, and yeah, so you got to contact Old Pat Williams, and I think I can't remember if I mentioned his name, but like you guys, pretty much everyone here would know who Old Pap is. He is kind of like this old man that is like the call to handyman of Centralia. Pretty much if anyone needs something fixed or something like this, between him and his sons, like being able to just somehow rework and like or just between the stuff they have on hand are always able to like kind of get things fixed or just build things to help whatever like quickly. So yeah, the only thing is like he's old and he doesn't have a phone, so you would have to pretty much go visit him, which he kind of lives as I try to get this character sheet out of the way so that way I know what to make you guys roll. He kind of lives more towards the west side, sorry, not the west side, the east side. Like if you look at the map, kind of where it's got those towns that are kind of in the dark green or houses in there. He kind of lives closer to there. So kind of he has like a large plot of land where he kind of keeps all his equipment and stuff. So yeah, so you'll just have to head out there.
That's something that's tempting to just send somebody else to go fetch him. I know. I don't know how much
he left it up to you, so it's.
I don't know how much authority I have specifically at the mines. I feel like Caleb is fairly well known from the mechanic side, just with him and his dad working together and fixing the harder to fix stuff.
Yeah, well, like going to get old Pap isn't like busy work. Like it's something like that, like your character Caleb would know that if someone was going to go and bring old Pap, like he's one of those guys that like he's just like, okay, if you want me to do work, like don't send, like I'm too. He holds himself in high regard where he's just like, if you're just gonna send me like some lowly worker, I'm not gonna do this. So that you do have not like, I wouldn't say like a high position, but you are you do hold a position of respect in the people, like where you might not have like the high like title, but people like in the mines and others that would do your work would know that you are trusted. So like sending you down would, whatever weird quirks old Pap has, it would kind of smooth that out rather than sending like some random.
Yeah, it's more just a matter of like whether it makes sense to start working on something while somebody brings old Pap up, or.
Well, you can ask some of the guys to like bring materials over while you go. Like,
so I guess what I'll do is I'll take a initial look at the kind of the entry to that mine shaft and kind of get an idea of what's going to be needed and some stuff that they can start to work on, that we can get a couple of people of the workers to start working on prepping, because there's going to I would imagine that at this point in time, there's not really like gates or anything like that would be pre-fitted to mine entries on a regular basis or anything like that. Because, I mean, I think at this particular point in time that just most people that aren't trained have enough sense to not go in. So it wouldn't be common to have to lock stuff up to keep people out of it. So I guess I'll take an initial look and get some like, hey, start working on punching a hole here and in these spots.
Do you have mechanical repair or like some sort of mechanical skill, like craft skill with your?
So I have a mechanical repair. I've got operate heavy machines, which I don't think would fit here specifically, but. Mechanical repair would be a high one. Engineering might apply more, but not the higher spot.
Do you have engineering? I don't have your character sheet up, so that's what I'm just saying. Like,
I do have engineering. Mechanical repair would be higher, but engineering might fit more.
Do an engineering.
Let's see what we get. 22 over 16. And Caleb's feeling a little bit lucky today, so we're gonna spend the luck that I know Payne once spent. Let's see.
Oh no, you don't have to spend it. It's just like it's there. Like,
I know.
You might as well spend it without, because this is the last session of the night. You're gonna get more in a sec. Like,
let's see, 22. I need 6. So we're gonna make that a 22, or we're gonna make that a 16 over under 16. Well, 16 equals 16.
Okay, yeah. So you're able to tell them like you remember like maybe at one of the other work sites where the mines isn't like an older mine where there's like some timber and stuff, and you're like, hey, go over there, get some of this stuff, and then you remember like you said another one to go to the central office to like kind of get some like hardware to start building this up. And with that, if there's nothing else you want to do, you can go to Old Pap.
Yep, we'll get them started and we'll head over to Old Pap.
Yeah. So, with that, with all that going on, Cora and Percy, what are y'all doing?
For Cora, at least, without anything else really to do, I think she's just gonna go back to the store and relieve Jill and continue her normal day, but ponder all of the things.
So,
Yeah.
sorry, before that, I was muted.
Oh.
Before that, as we come out, I think Percy is going to be pushing that we have to go, and just word of clowns is triggering memories of that night, and so he's really pushing, like, we need to go see for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
You mean up to the mines?
Wherever they said there were clowns at, I think we need to go see. We need to see for ourselves, I think, and see if there's anything that ties them to. We've already had a clown experience. Clowns are bad news, and if we're looking for leads, this is the best lead we've got, and I think we need to at least go see what's going on.
Well, does Cora have a car? Actually, I might have a car. I have money.
Yeah. How much? What's your credit rating?
It is like moderate.
Moderate.
Where is that?
So it's like the 10 to 49.
35. Yeah, 35.
35. Let's see. Yeah, I would assume, like, maybe it's not a fancy car, but
Junker.
Okay. All right. So Cora. Okay. Well, it's out at the mines. We can't walk there. But we could take my car. Okay. How about this? Let's go take Timmy to my in-laws, and oh my gosh, my father-in-law's gonna kill me. We'll take Timmy to my in-laws and close the store for the day, and then we'll go out.
All right. Well, we gotta go fast. We don't know how long they're gonna hang around, or we need to at least talk to people at the mine, see if we can get a lead on where they are. But we gotta go.
Percy, what if we don't go to the mines? But what if we go to the circus? What if we go find Uncle Buster? Or just get a feel? I mean, that's where they're gonna be, right? And maybe Caleb could tell us. Maybe we could find Caleb later and find out what happened. But if the police are going, I don't know that they're gonna stick around. I mean, you wouldn't, right? Like, someone called the police on you, like, you weren't gonna hang out.
Maybe, but I don't know if it would be a good idea for you to go over there. I was in there earlier, and it's a rough bunch. I don't know if it's smart for you to go in that.
This is what we're talking about, Percy. Can't be that I'm weak and incapable in one place and good in another.
Percy looks very uncomfortable. Doesn't have an answer for that.
Uncle Buster came to my store. Apparently, he thinks he knows.
Percy's obviously looks very reluctant, but still is latched on to this idea of like the clown, and that's really driving him. So that kind of overrides his concerns, and he says, "I don't like you going, but I think you're right. This may be the best option we have to track down those clowns and maybe make a connection or get some information." So I don't think it's a good idea for you to go, but I don't know that we can.
Percy, roll spot hidden.
A 63 under 80.
Okay. As you're saying this and worried about clowns and everything, you kind of scan, like, I don't know, maybe you're looking as you're walking around town, and you notice that there seems to be a lot of Uncle Buster's Road Circus, or whatever I called it. Uncle Buster's Circus, actually it's right here, to make sure I get the name right. Oh, it was Road Circus. Would you look at that? You see a bunch of promotions for Uncle Buster's Road Circus, and like, it seems like they're like, for the first time, like, as you like hear clowns and everything, it just like, it is sticking out more and more and more that like you're seeing all of this. Make a power check.
What is power?
Power is one of your main stats.
It's your strength one, I think. Or
It's literally power.
Yeah, it's
literal
Yeah.
power.
That is 29 under 35.
35. Alright, so you get this weird sense of like something was looking. Actually, no, because you succeeded. It looks like all these posters are looking at you, and then as you look at them, it's just like gone. They're done looking at you. Like, whatever like presence or sense or whatever it was isn't there anymore.
Percy kind of like reaches out and just like grabs Cora's shoulder and is like, "Do you see that? Did you see that?"
Or looks around. What are you talking
And Cora, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna say, Cora, I need. It's not really a spot hidden. I'm trying to think of the right thing here. Make a strength check for me.
What is 000? Is that 0?
That would be 10.
10? No.
it?
Yeah?
Well, because
No.
double
No.
zeros on your 100 is 0, and then 0 on your
Oh, yeah.
10 dice is 10.
Is 10?
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
10 under 55.
All right. Well, you don't notice anything then.
I don't see anything. What are
Percy keeps looking. He's looking around him, kind of darting this way and that. Says, "Do you see all the posters? All these circus posters?
Yeah, they really did a number, didn't they?
They all looked at.
What?
You know, have you ever? You know, when you go into a room and those like trick paintings that like it looks like it's looking at you from any direction.
Yeah.
They were all looking at, but they aren't now. But for
Cora like looks around at all of the posters.
Can you all do a listen check for me right now? Well, not you, Caleb. You're not there. He's the loner in this one.
Yeah, 66 over.
Mine is 32 under 40.
And Cora, you hear from your bag, "They see you." We'll see you guys next week.